Have you ever been sitting back, maybe listening to a deeply moving piece of music, and suddenly felt this wave run completely through your body? I mean, it just happens in an absolute instant. I want you to recall that exact physical sensation right now. You know the one. Your arms start to tingle a bit, the hairs on your skin stand straight up, and out of nowhere, these tiny little bumps just appear everywhere. It's a completely automatic response, and honestly, it's one you've probably experienced your entire life without giving it a second thought. But here's kind of a bizarre paradox for us to think about. You can step outside on a freezing winter morning and watch those exact same bumps pop up. So why on earth does a freezing morning trigger the exact same physical reaction as, say, a terrifying horror movie or a beautiful melody? Let's dive into it. Section 1. The mechanical truth. All right, so despite what we actually call them, there are absolutely zero geese involved in this process. Scientists call this reaction piloerection. Now, I know that sounds like some highly complex medical condition, but it's really just a totally automatic biological reflex. Basically, every single hair on your body has a microscopic muscle connected to it, and you have absolutely zero control over it. So here is how this whole thing builds, step by step. First, that tiny little muscle tightens up. Second, the hair stands completely upright. Third, as that hair rises, it physically pulls on the skin right around it. And finally, step 4, the skin forms those tiny little mounds that we all recognize. So it's a super simple mechanical effect. But why would our bodies be hardwired to do this in the first place? Section 2, our furry ancestors. To really understand this, we have to look back. Millions of years ago, early mammals were covered in thick fur, like way thicker than the sparse body hair humans have today. When these animals got cold, raising their fur actually trapped extra air right near the skin, and that layer of trapped air acted like a thicker jacket for insulation. So long before winter coats, fuzzy blankets, or heated homes even existed, this automatic reflex was literally helping animals survive freezing environments. But staying warm definitely wasn't the only survival trick. This mechanism served a really important second purpose, and that's intimidation. Just picture a small mammal walking through a forest millions of years ago when a predator suddenly jumps out. Their heart races, their fur stands straight up, and boom, they instantly look way larger and more intimidating. And, a lot of modern animals still use this exact trick today. Think about it. Cats, dogs, even porcupines all puff themselves up when they're scared. Believe it or not, your goosebumps are literally the ancient evolutionary leftovers of this exact defense system. So the crucial takeaway here is this. We humans still experience goosebumps, even though we definitely no longer have enough body hair for it to keep us warm or scare off a hungry predator. You see, evolution rarely removes something right away. If a trait isn't causing a serious problem, it can just stick around for millions of years. Our thick fur disappeared for sure, but the underlying mechanism, that stayed right where it was. Which brings us to Section 3, the emotional trigger. Have you ever listened to a really powerful movie soundtrack? Or maybe heard a breathtaking voice that gave you full-body chills? What about hearing a really heartfelt speech, or watching a heroic sacrifice in a movie, or just seeing an unexpected act of kindness? Well, scientists have actually found that music and deep emotion can activate the exact same reward systems in your brain that are involved in survival and anticipation. Your brain is essentially recognizing something deeply powerful, and your body is responding to it, even though there's absolutely zero physical danger around. Researchers believe these intense emotional moments activate ancient systems that evolved specifically to make us pay attention to really important events. When you feel a sense of profound awe or wonder, your body is essentially sending you a physical signal. It's literally saying to you, hey, this matters, don't ignore this. Goosebumps become this really incredible, visible part of that powerful internal signal. Section 4, the sympathetic nervous system.
So biologically speaking, this reaction is governed by the sympathetic nervous system. And yes, that's the exact same system responsible for your famous fight or flight response. When your brain detects danger, it basically releases this whole cascade of stress hormones. Your heart rate shoots up, your breathing speeds up, your muscles prepare for action, and right alongside all of that, goosebumps appear.
Now, this is the truly fascinating part. Today, the exact same biological machinery activates, whether you're facing a physical, life-threatening danger, or you're just sitting there listening to an incredible piece of music. Your brain essentially treats emotional intensity very similarly to physical importance. It's using the exact same chemical pathways to process a predator attacking you as it is a beautiful, sweeping melody. Crazy, right? Let's move to Section 5, Strange Goosebump Facts.
So not everybody actually gets goosebumps from music. Researchers estimate that people who score higher in a specific personality trait called openness to experience report getting them way more frequently. Even stranger than that, there's a rare subset of individuals who can actually intentionally trigger goosebumps on command. It's something scientists are honestly still trying to fully figure out. And perhaps most surprisingly, goosebumps can actually spread socially. Yeah, watching someone else experience strong emotions can actually trigger goosebumps in you as the observer, which really just goes to prove how deeply connected human emotions truly are.
Section 6, a biological time capsule. Let's think about this for a second. What if humans just suddenly stopped getting goosebumps forever? Would anything actually change? I mean, physically, probably not very much, right? We don't need body hair for insulation anymore anyway. But think about the feelings of fear, wonder, awe, excitement, and human connection. Goosebumps are one of the very few visible signs that your body is experiencing something truly profound. Without them, these intense emotional moments might actually feel slightly less vivid, a little less physical, maybe just a little less real. So yeah, they might just be an evolutionary leftover from when we were furry little creatures roaming the ancient forests. But they are leftovers deeply attached to humanity's absolute most powerful moments. They are a tiny biological time capsule just hidden right beneath your skin. It's a constant, everyday reminder that even the weirdest, strangest things your body does have an incredible story behind them. So, I'll leave you with this thought. The next time your favorite song sends chills down your spine, or a movie scene leaves you completely breathless, take a second to really appreciate what's happening. You aren't just feeling an emotion. You are experiencing a survival mechanism that began millions of years before humans ever even existed. And somehow it's still powerful enough to physically move you today. If you enjoyed this explainer and want to continue uncovering the hidden science of everyday life with us, be sure to subscribe. See you next time.